I just had an interesting adventure. I bought a new drone a couple of weeks ago and have not had a chance to fly it yet. And I decided that today was the day. So I drove out to the cabin parking lot, figured I could just launch it up from there, maybe just fly across the river and back and land it. And, well, let's just say I don't have a drone anymore. So I launched it straight up, and it seemed fine. So I just pointed it straight up, pretty high, to where I knew it would be higher than any of the trees around. And then I was like, I can just make it follow the road, across the river and the bridge, and then just come straight back. So I'm flying it over there, looking at the video transmission through my phone. And then all of a sudden it gets this crazy strong wind advisory and low temperature advisory, and the wind kind of blew it off course. And so I'm trying to look through the camera on it, because I can't physically see it at this point. So I'm trying to look through the camera on it to find the road so I can fly it back to where I am. And I'm out there in a panic doing this, and it's so fucking cold, and it's really windy, as you can hear right now, and my fingers just got like so frozen that they turned like super red, like stage 1 frostbite. Couldn't feel them. So then I was like, fuck, I gotta leave the drone for a minute. So I just left it hovering wherever it was, got back to the car, turned on. I'm trying to defrost my fingers and like steer the drone and find it back, and then finally it's like, low battery, we must return to home now. I'm like, okay, great, return to home, which is where it took off from. And so it's flying itself back home. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. And then the wind must have really blown it off course, because I think it was pretty close to back, but then it was like, battery too low, we're landing right now. And I was like, what? And I could see through the camera as it's landing and like hits a tree, but then catches itself again. But then then it just like landed in some branches, and then the battery died. And I know it's by the river in a tree somewhere. That's all I know. But I got too cold, and the sun is going down, and I don't really have the equipment or anything to try to find it, so I just had to let it go. So the lesson is, learn how to use your drone before you fly it out of sight. So maybe next time I'll try it out in a big field or something. Somewhere with less trees and water. Anyways, lesson learned.